Good afternoon, folks. Should say good evening, folks. Thanks very much for tuning in to castingtotherwatcher.com. It is Wednesday, the 26th of June. Today, we're going to see how things shaping up for the July period across the British Isles. Some very interesting signals developing from the MGO and also the CFS for July weather across the British Isles. Now, earlier today, at 8 o'clock, we had the Glastonbury forecast, Glastonbury update 8. You can go and view that through by the Castings Post section, the Castings Post tab, and you can click on there to the Glastonbury forecast. Go and view that one if you haven't already viewed it. The results is starting to ridge now, which is building in the warmth, but there are some complications as we build a slight northwesterly feed, and that starts to drag in some light rain and drizzle through the Glastonbury area as we go through towards today and also tomorrow. So you may as well want to watch this video first and then go and view the Glastonbury forecast if you haven't already done that this evening. So starting in with the MGO today, we're currently in phase 7, phase 8 period, which is meaning a lot of blocking across the country. High pressure is also exactly what it's doing. It's ridging into the country, building in a lot of warm and also dry weather. As we go through towards the end of June, we persist in the warm and dry weather, continuing through to phase 8 and to phase 1 again, and then we start to go through to phase 2 and phase 3. Now, as we start to go through to take the phase 2 and phase 3, it's really not until phase 3 in particular when we start to see the risk of some unsettled conditions returning to UK from around the 14th of July onwards, and then through towards the 17th of July. That's when we start to build in this risk of more unsettled conditions returning to UK westerly flow of positive NEO. The NEO data has not come into us yet. As we go through the next few days and weeks, we'll start to have more NEO data available, so I'll give you more updates on that as we go through towards that sort of period. But the MGO in particular is indicating that unsettled conditions coming back to the UK, wetter, showery, cooler, that sort of stuff coming in from around the middle part of July, from the 14th to 17th in particular, as we go through towards phase 3 and then ramp up into phase 4 in particular through towards that middle part of July. Unsettled conditions going back to the UK with a positive NEO, the jet stream returning over the UK. So that was the MGO. What about the CFS? This is the CFS forecast for week 1. And bear in mind, the CFS does is a weekly forecast, so this is a forecast for week 1. We'll also be having a look at week 2 and also week 3 in today's video. And week 1 is quite dry. Really got these also high ridging in from the southwest, which is why we've got nothing on the map in these areas. And that's bringing these dry conditions, especially across these sort of southern parts of the UK. There is some rainfall, especially across these northern parts of the UK. And this is coming on a northwesterly feed, something called trough disruption. And then that builds this trough here out towards Europe. And that builds this blocking area. You're seeing these mainly dry conditions across many parts of the UK, stretching up through towards Scandinavia as we go through towards the next few days. So what's actually happening is trough disruption is bringing unsettled conditions through towards the northern part of the UK in particular in the next few days, and then as we go through towards the weekend, all parts of the UK and most parts of the UK see some warm and also some sunny weather. But notice from the CFS we go through towards week 3, running through towards the 11th, through towards the 18th of July. Notice how we're all in these more unsettled conditions. An area of westerly flow through the country, and that's what bringing in these cloud nodes out bits of rain. These also has retreated back towards the southwest, and we've got this blocking area of high pressure out towards Iceland. This is bringing in cooler and also unsettled conditions to the UK, wet conditions as well, especially across these more western parts of the country. Remember, the MGO is also hinting at this idea of things turning more settled, especially through the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th of July, with westerly conditions returning to UK cooler and often shower conditions returning to UK from the 14th, 15th sort of period of July. So thanks very much for tuning into today's video. We've got some warm weather coming for the next few days. You'll still be able to enjoy it through towards the middle part of July, and then the question is to go through towards phase 3 and phase 4 of more unsettled conditions returning through the country from the 14th, 15th, and then 16th, 17th of July. So thanks very much for tuning in. Go and check out the Glastonbury forecast if not already, and see you later.